Have you ever fantasized about being a superhero or a rock star or a gold medal athlete or a Supreme Court justice? Several years ago, during my annual physical, my doctor made some passing comment about being dissatisfied with his life. I asked, "But who would you want to be instead?" And he said, "George Clooney." I think at one time or another, most of us have pictured being somehow different, smarter, better looking, richer, more successful, younger, whatever characteristics you imagine might improve your life, the question at the heart of such a daydream is, what kind of person do I want to be? But before we can answer questions about some preferred future us, we have to understand who we are now. My name is Kathy Jacobson. I'm the founder of modesofemotion.com, where we believe emotions are energy, energy is power, and therefore emotions are power. Our mission is to help people access their personal power to better their lives. We work to reduce conflict and suffering within ourselves, between individuals, and in the world. In this video, we're going to focus on recognizing who we currently are at the deep inner core of ourselves. Most of us have never given this question much thought. We simply are who we are, even if we don't like what we see when we look in the mirror. Most of us believe or fear that we're more or less stuck with what we've got. But most of us want more. We want to grow, expand, reach for the stars. We want to stretch our wings and fly. I believe we can. I believe we are limitless. I believe every single one of us possesses within us an infinite ocean of power. Our challenge is learning how to reach inside ourselves and own the amazing power we already possess. One of the best ways I know is to recognize what matters most, what we value most, and why we make the choices we do. So let's use core values as a guidebook. Generally, we think of a value as a quality trait or behavior that increases the worth of something. Sometimes it means something we prize highly. Sometimes it refers to an element of our lives to which we dedicate time and energy. Basically, values do two major things for us. First, they are a starting point, a motivational force, the foundation upon which we build our lives. And second, they are our steering mechanism that keeps us focused on our priorities and intentions. Let's take a look at both these functions. First, the foundation. Many of our values seem to be born within us and set the tone for our personalities. Because they are innate, they guide our life choices. But other values show up for us as we progress through life. Sometimes they reveal themselves in childhood, but some of us continue to remain uncertain of our values even as adults. I have a grandson who discovered at an early age that he loved learning. He was bored at school, and he was sufficiently self-aware and self-motivated to spend a whole summer gaining the necessary credits to skip a grade in high school. At 16, he had big plans regarding his education and what he wanted to accomplish in his life. The value of learning became the guiding light of his life. When I was his age, my highest priority was simply to have fun. I can't guess the percentage of people who discover their core values at such a young age, but many of the clients who come into our program are looking for guidance about their purpose. When we aren't sure what we want or what it takes to get what we want, our core values can get overgrown by the dense forest of our busy lives. I was probably in my 40s before I became introspective enough to identify mine. My foundational value of fun evolved into the guiding value of joy. Then I identified service as a value through work, and personal growth developed as a core value through the challenges of leaving a troubled marriage. I've held these three values, service, growth, and joy, as my core values for many decades now. So now we come to the second attribute of values, and that is as a guidance system. Our values keep us on course. The more attuned we are to a given value, the more we can feel it in our bodies if we drift away from it. In this sense, values are flexible. They evolve as our priorities change, and they adapt over time as we grow and as our circumstances evolve. Because our situations are almost always in a state of flux, it's important to frequently examine and tweak our guiding values. For instance, say one of your core values is freedom. It's always been important to you to choose your own path and make your own decisions. So, your guiding values support that ideal. At different times in your life, this might mean choosing a career that provides a lot of autonomy, avoiding the accumulation of debt, maintaining firm boundaries, and/or being adaptable. The guiding values may vary as your circumstances change, but they always support the core value of freedom. Over the years, I've collected a list of values with over 200 possibilities. No one has 200 core values, or even half that many. But if you look through such a list, you will discover 40 or 60 qualities or personality traits that resonate with you. For example, for my core values of growth, service, and joy, I can identify dozens of characteristics I try to incorporate in my life. Yes, I want to be honest, true, benevolent, audacious, self-reliant, courageous, etc., etc. Since perfection is not one of my core values, I choose to focus only on the particular traits that will serve me best at any given time. I've posted a link of my values list in the story notes. I encourage you to use this list to help you identify both kinds of your values, the core foundational values that stay steady through your life, and the guidance values that support your intentions and help you stay on purpose. Since this list is not all-inclusive, feel free to add any quality you find essential for you in your current circumstances. Your list of core values will be unique to you. Your foundational or core values focus on what you know about yourself, what you value, and what is true for you. Your guidance values help you make decisions, set intentions, and respond to some impactful event. Together, identifying your values will help you stay aligned with your top priorities. Together, both kinds of values will help you stay aligned with your top priorities. In my book, Becoming the Creator, The 5 Modes of Emotional Power, I explore ways to identify your priorities and then recognize the values that support those priorities. You can find this book at most online bookstores or visit our website, modesofemotion.com, to order a copy directly from the publisher. If you've found this video to be helpful, please like us and subscribe to our channel. Also, please visit our website by clicking on the link below. While there, we invite you to share your email address with us to receive our free twice-weekly inspirational message called The Fountain. With your subscription, we will send you a copy of my ebook, Choosing Happiness, 30 Days to a Life You'll Love. Until we meet again, look at the world with wonder and at yourself with warmth.